All right, so I just got this fountain that has the little ball and this thing lights up and this is supposed to spin inside. We're gonna go over how to assemble everything. It's pretty simple. And then we're gonna test it out and I'm gonna give you an important tip as well. So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this divot, there's a little lip here, I don't know if you can see. That goes towards the back because that's where the cord's gonna come out. The next step is to take the model here and you're gonna find a tube on the bottom. And the first step there is to take this light, and make sure I don't drop that ball. I'm gonna throw that in my pocket so it doesn't fall onto the floor. You're gonna take the light and you feed this around the tube and press it all the way up into the basin where the ball is going to be held. So I'm going to do that now and slide that all the way up. Just make sure that there's room for that cord to get by. So this is what it looks like once you slide it up to the top. The next step is to take the pump. I set the pump on high, which is what they recommend in the directions, but I'm going to play around with that because we want to make sure we have the right amount of pressure to make the little ball spin. And there's another important tip to make sure that works too. So the hose, this hose in the base, this hose here is going to go around the tip of this, and you just got to finagle that into there. It's not the easiest thing, which is good because you want it to be tight. All right, so now that is in place. The next step is I'm going to take the suction cups. There's suction cups on the back of the pump. Try to stick that to the bottom, maybe get it a little bit wet so that it sticks. And then we're going to run the cord through the divot in the back of this and the divot in the back of the base. So that is going to go like this. And the suction cup thing I'm not going to be able to do because I cannot push down on that while I'm holding this, while my hand's in there, because it's not long enough. I suppose you could take like a butter knife and try to push it down. We're just going to let it free hang and see if that still works. All right, so now we've got this. Now we need to add water. Now here's the important tip. If you add too much water, it's going to leak, and you don't want that. But if you don't add enough water, this little ball is not going to spin. So you have to find that perfect amount of water, which we're going to try to do now. So I'm going to add a little bit just to get started. And then we'll continue to add more if needed because we want to get that perfect amount. So I'm going to plug this in. And I don't know if you can see this, but it is lighting up and it's cool because this thing was just clear. But let me turn this light down so you can see it. And now there's all kinds of different colors coming through there. Now there's no water coming out yet, so I believe I need to add some water. I'm going to keep the lights low for you guys so you can see everything that's happening. Add a little bit more, just a little bit at a time until we get this thing working. The final step is going to be to add some rocks. I'm going to try to use, this is a toy Halloween prop. I'm going to try to use this to push that pump down so that the suction cups actually stick to the base. Oop, I hear water moving now. I can hear the pump sucking in the water. So it's oh, there we go. Now I have some water. And as you can see, I tried to pick this up and now I can't because the suction cup of the pump is actually working. All right, so we have a flow. The water's flowing there. You can see the little water flow right there. Still no movement in this ball, so that means we don't have enough water. So I'm going to add some more water until we get that thing spinning, because that's my favorite part about this. It spins and it just looks so pretty. And now it's spinning by itself. Here's something that actually helped a lot. If you get the entire sphere wet, then it's lubricated, so it's easier for it to start spinning. But it does stop, so maybe if I add a little more water. We have success. This is the perfect amount of water. Now, what I've done is on the inside of this, there are on the corners, there's little ledges. I have the water filled right up to those ledges, but not over. And now look, this thing is moving very well and it looks amazing. Let's add the rocks and get a final video of how cool this thing looks. It's more of an aesthetic thing, but sometimes you can use the rocks to break up the pattern of how it flows, which I think is kind of fun. And there you have it. As you can see, this thing is beautiful. It looks awesome. It's very nice to have on your desk because to me it's very relaxing and meditative. I love this thing and would certainly recommend it.